In the final race of F1 2024, it was Papaya Rules that came out on top. Welcome back to Fog Racing. It's been a good season. You know, the title fight didn't exactly go down to the wire, but we got a Constructors fight. That's better than nothing. Mclaren win with help from Max Verstappen. He wiped out Piastri at the beginning. It made things a wee bit interesting, but Lando Norris ended up winning. What's our final thoughts on this season, on this race that made you and I a little bit richer?
It did, aye. We got a bit up. Season in the end was pretty decent. We had a drivers' fight that wasn't really there, but at least for most of the season, we felt like there was a possible comeback, even if it didn't play out that way.
Yeah, it was the swing in Brazil that's killed it.
There's been a lot. There's been the last pretty much all of Max Verstappen's, like the previous two seasons, Max has had it wrapped up by probably like what the halfway mark.
Oh, absolutely.
Before that.
Yeah.
So at least this season it did look like there was a possible fight where, Lando Norris coulda, maybe shoulda. I mean, who knows how things would have played out? There was a few races. In the midway point where McLaren didn't do team orders, and had they done team orders, I'm pretty sure they could have reduced it by 13 points. There was a couple of races where they didn't tell Piastri to move it the way, and momentum-wise, what would have happened if Norris did get the gap to Max under 40 at an earlier stage? I mean, who knows? Maybe the pressure on Max would have got better. Maybe Norris could have gained more confidence. In the end, it didn't happen. As for the Constructors fight, Ferrari, I think, have improved a lot towards the end of the season, but probably just left things a little bit too late.
There was a few races mid-season where they got no points, like 3 in a row.
I believe a couple more races and Ferrari probably win it though, because I think they've got the strongest driver pairing.
Yep. Will that be the case next year though? But let's begin at the start. As we said, Verstappen hit Piastri.
But you know what? Before we talk about that, this is what, a 24 race season?
Yep.
See, we have a 24 race season and the new points, considering like how much there's like a big disparity in terms of positions for points. I think it's going to be very unlikely that we actually see title fights come down to the wire now. See, back in the day, you'd less the calendars were shorter, and you had less points up for grabs. So therefore, I just think it was more likely that you could get close title fights. I believe with the 25 points for the winner and the fact that they've added there used to be like 16 race seasons. Now they've got like 24. So they've added 50%. And the more races there are, the more unlikely it is you're going to have a title fight come the end of it.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it's all great having more races, but I think it's going to lead to more seasons where the last couple of races, the title's already wrapped up.
No, I would agree with that. I guess on the flip side, there was less races this season, and Max would have had it won a lot earlier. So there is seasons where it can definitely, the more races helps. If someone's making a comeback, like 09, if that was a longer season, Vettel would have won the title.
I mean, true, but look at 08, 07, 03.
Yeah, no, I totally...
06.
No, I totally get it, but, let's begin at the start of the race. Verstappen hits Piastri.
But then, no, I get what you're saying. 09, more races would have gave Vettel a bigger comeback. 05, maybe would have gave Kimi a chance to come back. So, it swings and roundabouts, but I just think that more often than not now, I think it's unlikely we're going to get last race deciders. Which I think that's what we all want. Look back at the best seasons in F1. For me, the seasons you remember are the ones that come down to the wire.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like
look at 2010. You had 4 drivers that could have won the title going into the last race. And I believe 5 could have won it going into the penultimate race.
Yeah, that's the difference.
What's the chances of us getting that again?
I'd say next
year...
season
it looked pretty close. If you took out Max, at one point it was tight.
If you look at next season, if the cars keep similar performance, I see no reason why there can't be loads of guys fighting, but it is what it is. But 2 of the guys could be fighting are Oscar Piastri and Verstappen. Do you want to go back to 1993 in this one, or do you want to actually talk about the start of the fucking race, brother?
Start of the race will do it for me.
Was it Max's fault? Probably.
I'd say so.
Yeah, at this point, if you're Team Ferrari, you'd have been very happy. Leclerc literally goes for like 19th to 8th. Good start for him. Gasly and Hulkenberg up there at the beginning. But Norris and Sainz pull away, right? And then you've got Hamilton, who's on the offset strategy. I mean, Perez crashes out on lap 1. Is this the last race for Sergio Perez in Formula 1?
I think it should be his last race for Red Bull, but he did mention.
Is he away?
Well, he said he's got a contract and he says he'll be racing for Red Bull.
Why does he say that? Like, contracts can't be ripped up? Does he know? Does he think Max is leaving or something?
Nah, he seems too confident, doesn't he?
Could you imagine, right, if Max left and they put Stroll in the Red Bull? How fucking
Why
shite.
would that happen?
No, I'm talking.
Is there like
there's a reason.
Is there a possibility, like, or have you plucked that out of nowhere?
No, I've plucked it out of nowhere. My point is, because you imagine if there was like a guy of Stroll's level and Perez in a Red Bull's level next season, you would think the Red Bull's like mid-table. Perez has scored like, what, 6 points in the last 6 races? That's unforgivable. Yeah, get hit by Bottas. I mean, Bottas technically wiped 2 people at today's races, but anyway, enough about him. Yeah, but I mean, Perez probably is his last race. Colapinto could be his last race. Bottas could be his last race. Liam Lawson could be his last race. Magnussen could be his last race. Zhou Guanyu probably is his last race. I mean, a lot of the grid's last races today, and they all finished in the bottom half of the table. That tends to be how it goes, though. Who are you most sad about it being the last race? Bottas, Kevin Magnussen.
Honestly, for me, K-Mag.
I like K-Mag as well. Bottas is a wee bit vanilla.
Wait, this is Joe's last race?
Aye.
Good. I've never seen the hype in this. It's strange. I think he got worse with every fucking season he was in F1.
Yeah.
Now, for some reason, he just seemed better in his rookie season.
Car was a lot better.
Well, that's true.
You know what I mean? Remember F1 manager, man? Bottas and Show were fucking flying, especially Valtteri.
Bottas was getting 5th every race. Can he stop him?
P10 though was Piastri. I thought P10 was shocking. Like, I know he got wiped out at the beginning, like, but to finish nearly a lap down on your teammate.
That's poor, especially when you'll get Leclerc.
No, since he won in Baku, I think Piastri's been shit.
Yeah, the last third of the season,
he didn't help Norris. I know he let him through, right, in the sprint and things like that.
Yeah, but by help, what you mean is putting himself between Norris and Max.
Yeah, did not do that.
Because that takes more points away. That means that Norris is taking a bigger margin out of the championship lead. And I can't recall one time. It seemed like every time. The unfortunate thing for Norris, it felt like every time he did win a race, Max was finishing second.
Yeah. And that's obviously going to be a problem. Alonso, P9. Hulkenberg, 8th. Gasly, 7th. Those 3 finished 9th, 10th, and 11th in the drivers. Probably the 3 best of the rest, guys. So it makes sense. That's the way they finished in the race. Verstappen got 6th, is what it is. Russell got 5th. I think he'll be mad. I mean, Hamilton started 16th, man. What is the excuse for Russell to get beat? Russell's had a very good season, don't get me wrong. But is what it is. Hamilton, good drive for his last race for Mercedes. End of an era. It's weird seeing him in that red. Leclerc, fantastic drive to get the podium. Sainz second, Norris first. And McLaren win their first Constructors in my lifetime. How mad's that?
That is mad.
You would not think that.
I mean, it's the first time they've won it since 98?
What year should McLaren really have won it?
2008.
I mean, 2005? How the fuck did they not win it in 2005?
No, 2007.
2005, 2007.
I think technically they did win in 2007, but they
got Spygate, yeah. I mean, 2010, like, they could have easily won it. I'm not saying they should have won it, but they could have. 2012, they had a decent car as well.
I like the Red Bull, you know. I don't see how McLaren should have won it when.
I'm not saying should have won. I'm talking
about but their drivers finished 4th and 5th. Red Bull finished 1st and 4th. So obviously the team that finishes 1st and 4th is going to beat the team that finishes 4th and 5th.
2012, I think Hamilton and Button were pretty poor because I think for the first half of the season they had the fastest car. I think consistently. Second half, then it was Red Bull by a mile.
2005, I think they should have won it. I mean, they have the fastest car for sure. Who knows? Indianapolis, what would have happened?
Indianapolis?
That's the one.
That's showing there.
What would have happened if that race went ahead?
Well, what you can say is this is the first year.
Looking back, I mean, I believe McLaren were on point to score more points
In the first
on
year,
track even.
in the first year, they had a chance of winning the constructors. They've won it in a number of years because this is the first really, like since 2012, they've had uncompetitive cars till this year, and they've won it, which is a good record to have. I mean, I felt for Ferrari. McLaren Sainz also looked a bit pissed off, but it is what it is. McLaren overall have had the fastest car.
I know you can't really. Do you think Alonso ever looks back and goes, "I should have just stuck it at McLaren"?
Maybe.
Remember when he was there? It was a dog. I don't blame Alonso for leaving. But I do feel like as soon as he left, they started to get a little bit better,
but it's not like in 19 and 20 they were brilliant, and those 2 years he wasn't even in the sport. So it is what it is. I just hope next season we've got a bunch of cars at the front, and I see no reason for a team to become dominant next year. It's the final year of a regulation change, and when it tends to be that, the pace is quite similar. So I just hope the likes of, Aston Martin, Alpine, Williams can get a bit closer to the front as well, and whatever other teams. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave it. We'll be back soon. We'll react to our driver standings, see how many we got right. How many do you think you got right? I'll go with 4.
Oh god, not a lot. I've got Max right, I think. Or did I? Yeah, actually.
I think I went Max. Anyway, push it to the max. We'll be back soon.